Good evening, everybody. How's it going? All right, good evening. Welcome. Sorry about the weird timing and the delay and everything. But we are here tonight, and it's looking like we're not going to be obviously Christmas Eve, right? So we're just weird this whole week. It's Christmas week. Give me a break. So anyway, we are all set to do some Mass Effect 3 tonight. To talk about some stuff in here. There's a lot to talk about in this part of the game. So I'm sure I'll be stopping and yammering for a while. You know how it goes. We're not doing Dragon Age this week, with Christmas Eve being our regular Thursday. I am probably just going to go back to normal next week, though. So, because, I mean, who has anything better to do New Year's Eve this year anyway? Let's be realistic. I sure don't. So I say I'm probably, so long as... Oh, yeah, the incredible shirt. Thank you. This is my daddest shirt that I probably own, and I'll kind of talk about why now in particular. Also, it's warm and toasty and cozy, and it's cold out. But no, the next week, I figure, the Battle of Ostagar is a great way of wrapping up the old year. And if you have played Dragon Age Origins, and if you're familiar with the Battle of Ostagar and how that all goes, I think it's a good way of ending the old year, if not bringing in the new. So we'll do that. Kylie says we found a recipe for keto eggnog for Christmas Eve, and I'm so ready. That sounds fantastic. I mean, I don't know if it sounds any better than regular eggnog, but that's good at least. Eggnog in general is always fantastic. I should have had some. Darn. I've got coffee and I've got sweet tea, because we had Popeyes earlier, so... Basically the best sweet tea on the planet. And I will stand by that. I should have had a glass of eggnog, though. Oh well. Oh well. Save it for Christmas. Anyway, let's jump into things. But I've got the daddest shirt on that I own. Indeed, Pope, yes. The real Lord's chicken. Pope, yes. Yeah, I know Chick-fil-A has the reputation for being the Lord's chicken and all of that. No, it's Pope, yes. Absolutely. The truly Catholic option. Which is fitting, given it's Louisiana. So, anyway. So, dad shirt. It is, oh no, Saoirse does not want to be sleeping right now. Sorry about that. Can you hear that? Not sure if you can hear that. If you do at some point hear her in the next few minutes, it's because she's trying to not go to sleep, even though she knows she needs to. Poor girl. She once she gets to sleep, she's great at it. And she'll just sleep and sleep peacefully and happily, and everything is wonderful. But getting to sleep, she's like I was when I was her age. Like I hated going to sleep and taking naps and things like that. So anyway, she'll manage. She always does. She'll do okay. And then she'll be nice and sleeping and nice and happy. So that's good. All right. Now, where were we? We had a couple of random side quests to go do, so we'll do that while I tell some stories and stuff. We just got Grunt from here. Anything here else? Now, let's get out of here. But yeah, what I was saying, so my daddest shirt I've got, which also happens to be a shirt that I received, borrowed, stole, something like that, from my dad. So definitely the daddest shirt I have, I think. Let's go rescue the Turian veterans instead of a bunch of ruthless criminals. But yeah, that was so the main reason for the daddest shirt I own, wearing this tonight, is as I think I mentioned. I mentioned it in my own private post. I did not mention it I did not mention it on the public post just yet. We got a new car. And we are finally the very proud owners of a minivan, as one ought to be. Oh yeah, this is the virtues system. We have Aequitas, Pietas, Vir in Fortis. I'm not sure what's up with that. Minos Wasteland, but that's a thing. It's a thematic naming convention, which I like those.
Signal confirmed.
Here we go. Yeah, and I'm loving it so far. I never thought I could even drive something as large as a Dodge Grand Caravan in shining white. Silent criminals and veterans. All right, well, that looks like we have to go and check that out. Let's go look at our journal now. Where is that? Turian platoon. No. This one, criminals versus veterans. You recovered the Turian veterans, bruised and battered but still alive. The criminals may not have been as fortunate. Uh-oh. I think they're probably actually in our cargo hold. Grunt's team might also be. Let's go check them out while we're here. But yeah, it's a Dodge Grand Caravan. It's actually probably the newest car I've ever had. It's a 2019. And it is phenomenal. I really like it. I really enjoy it. DAG. Not DAG.
Commander Shepard, not DAG. I speak for Arlock Company.
You're second in command?
I am honored to be chosen for this duty.
I'm glad you made it.
Alright, nice. I am also, as I realize, I'm going to try and turn the volume on the game slightly down. Bring it down another decibel or so. It's getting a little bit peaky there. There, alright. But I love it so far. It's 3 rows. We've got the 3rd row down. We don't exactly need a 3rd row just yet. You know, 3rd kid down the road eventually. Once we get there, then that will come in handy. But for now, we just have massive amounts of trunk space, and we can actually fit guests in our car instead of having no modular options whatsoever. Having 2 car seats taking up our back seat of our old car. So you know, I really like it. And those of you who know my automobile history, so to speak, I up until a couple years ago, I drove a smart car. So the change from driving a smart car to driving a minivan in the course of a couple years is really quite significant. But I honestly just really I like it. It's nice. It drives nice and smooth. It is a good vehicle. I really do like it. Acolyte. Now I need to upgrade some of these guns. I'm trying to figure out what. Not the Adon. It's actually a cool gun, but no. The Viper I should upgrade. 10,000's a lot, but there. I've heard that a couple of times. I don't want to spend all of my credits right now, so I'll hold off on the rest. Yes, Kylie does. It does have Bluetooth. It's got Bluetooth, cruise control. It's a Dodge, so it's very I don't know, how do I put it? Like it's comparatively utilitarian in that it does the job that it's supposed to do, and it does it quite well. It just doesn't do it in a very fancy or tech happy way. Coming off of a Kia, that's a pretty big change. But Kias are known for being very techy and smooth, you know. But it's got everything it needs to have. It's just, you know, the menus are a little clunky and all that, but once it's all set up, and you don't need to touch it ever again. It just does what it's supposed to do, and it in the immortal words of a certain developer, it just works.
Those FBA couplings you got last tour are still holding up. Thanks again, Commander.
Kylie says, I absolutely love Mazda CX-5s and CX-9s. Such a smooth drive, and they have a display on the front window that shows your speed, so you don't have to look at the speedometer a lot. That's pretty cool. Erica used to drive a Mazda...
Can't do a story. That's as classified
Don't
as
remember.
it gets.
I suppose it would cause a panic, but wouldn't the news drive up recruiting?
I don't remember
It
what
might
Mazda
also
was.
piss off
Mazda
the
was.
KROGAN diplomatic community. No thanks.
Oh, that does sound threatening.
Cerberus stealthily strikes star system
Mazda 6.
shield. No, glad I read that one out loud.
Alright. Mazda 6. Okay. That's right. That's right. That was a while ago. But it was very nice. It was very nice. I'm a non-conventional car kind of guy. Minivans are kind of thing. That kind of niche.
On your mission.
You know about them?
In our cycle, we use them as weapons. Biological proxies. It was before I was born, but every Prothean had heard the stories. When we knew of them, the Rachni spent their lives singing thoughts to each other. But our scientists were more interested in their biology. The Rachni were well suited to harsh conditions. So we bred them for violence, selecting the most cunning and warlike of the queens. Then we unleashed them upon our enemies. For a time, it worked, until they became too cunning and warlike and turned on us. We put them down before they could develop any further. We thought they had been exterminated. Yet it seems our experiment evolved into this cycle's nemesis.
So they basically did the same thing and are also at fault for the Rachni. Cool. Hi, Johnny. Good. Doing well. Doing well tonight. Doing pretty well. All right, let's do some more exploration throughout the galaxy, shall we? Kylie says, Mom used to have a Mazda 6 too. She loved it. We had that thing from early 2000s until 2019. Very nice. Yeah, it was a very, very nice, deceptively large car. It was way bigger than it's like felt. It doesn't look that much bigger than the Mazda 3, but it really, really is. Speaking of cars and getting cars and new cars and all that, I realize that. Oh yeah, Erica says I'd love another one. It felt like a sports car, but a sedan. Yeah. I think that's just about a good description of the thing. Cerberus presence. Let's do that later. Cerberus abductions. Oh, Benning, right? Prothean site. And let's go to the thing on Benning. No, Arcturus. Okay. Let's go to Euler. I realize that I never actually shared the other story that I was planning on sharing when I talked about the first time I failed my driving test, because the car was just obscenely large. Johnny says Johnny Cash says I assume not the real one. Not that Johnny Cash. I've been watching a documentary about the uprise in private militias. Very interesting. Oh yes, that is without a doubt a fascinating change in things. I'll push off my. I'll hold off on my. Let's bring Kasumi and Edie. Yeah. I'll hold off on my car story. Because there's actually some there's some interesting things about this that there is, of course, the kind of, I guess, the danger of private militias and their unaccountability and all that kind of stuff. Fair enough. But at the same time, there's also the flip side. Let's go with. Yeah, that's fine. There's also the flip side of it, which is the kind of the fact of it being of a private militias being a kind of alternative for people to provide for themselves and each other, which is, I think, generally a very, very good thing. Like I said, it allows people to be independent, to exist independently, rather than having to rely on the state, rather than having to go sort of up the institutional hierarchy. They can go laterally, which is generally a good thing where applicable. I teach philosophy. Typically philosophy of religion. That's kind of my most of what I teach. I also occasionally teach ethics, acquisition of knowledge, which is a kind of broad, basically intro to philosophy type thing for the Honors College at one of my universities. I've taught some history of philosophy classes, mostly ancient, medieval, things like theory of mind, epistemology, things like that too. I kind of do a little of everything. My specialization's is in scholastic, so medieval metaphysics and especially metaethics. That's really my real tight concentration. But that kind of, because it's metaethics, it kind of spills out into a lot of other areas to a great degree. Let's go with weapon damage. And so that also can include things like social theory, political theory, like this kind of thing. I'll let him talk.
Strike squads have infiltrated one of the major cities on Benning. Initial reports indicated they were recruiting civilians, but further investigation suggested that people are being taken against their will.
For what purpose?
Unknown. We sent a recon team to investigate, and the Cerberus squads reacted by targeting civilians in public facilities. Officially, Cerberus is denying responsibility and condemning the action. They're either lying, or we're dealing with a rogue faction.
And innocents are caught in their crosshairs.
Exactly. Secure the area.
My bet's on lying, but who knows?
Approaching the drop point, Commander.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
Johnny Cash says, I'm more of a history guy. I'm merely interested in the world wars and that type of stuff. It's outside of my area of real academic study. I don't really do much in, 20th century. I like to only half-jokingly say that there's a nice gap in my historical knowledge from about 1277 to about 1977, which is really the period between the condemnations of 1277, which were a series of condemnations of... She has armor-piercing ammo? Forgot about that. Series of condemnations of various Aristotelian propositions that basically went too far among arts faculty at the time, basically among the undergraduate students, undergraduate faculty. Sorry. All right, where are we going? And so that was 1277, which is a major year, a major change in scholastic philosophy. Oops, that was a civilian. And then 1977, which is when the first Star Wars came out, so that's relatively easier to remember. Being a mostly ancient historian, I don't really remember things like anywhere closer than to the year, sometimes to the century. To tell you what century something happened, but beyond that, I'm not really as sure as I maybe should be. Oh, that's way closer than I'd like. Okay. There we go. Ooh. All right. But I did my undergraduate, most of my, because I double majored in history and philosophy as an undergrad, and I've taken a lot of graduate level history classes as well. Throughout most of my undergrad career, I focused primarily on the ancient world, ancient Mediterranean world, so Greece and Rome. Mostly Rome, mostly late Roman Empire type thing. The Severans and then onwards. One of my academic advisors and major professors, most of her research expertise is in the Severans. so that was actually... Ooh, okay, whoops. There we go. So that's kind of my expertise there, and then graduate level I've started taking more medieval history to tie in with my philosophical studies, which again, like I said, are mostly focused on the Middle Ages, on sort of Christendom generally. Sit down. I'm not gonna read the previous comment out loud, just to because doing so would really sound self-serving and ego boosting, which nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that on the stream, but I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you for saying so.
Commander, more Cerberus troops are heading your way. You can hold the line there. It'll give us
Oh, darn it!
time to
Wrong
escape.
weapon.
You heard him. We hold here.
I love Sentinel class in this game because it can basically just easily tank obscene damage like that. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna have to go back through some of your chats. Unfortunately, I'm having to do a little bit of focusing here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That'll work. Okay. Damn it. I hate when I stick to the wrong cover. Alright, there we go. Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay, are we good? No, we're not. Okay.
You're clear. Go.
That was insane.
No hostiles detected in the immediate area, Commander. Reinforcements are moving in to secure the evac route.
Good work, everyone.
I'll pick you up at the LZ, Commander.
Okay, I think that's all. Jeez, there we go. Whew. Okay, anyway. Alright, so, going back a little ways. Sorry about that. That took a lot of focus. That was actually pretty running and gunning. Johnny says, so talking back about history, the only thing I studied about the ancient history is the fall of Rome, a little bit about Hannibal and Carthage.
We're getting reports of
Also
continuing
fascinating.
strikes against other cities on Benning.
Cerberus still denying responsibility?
Yes, and for once we're inclined to believe them gunning down innocent humans isn't their usual MO. Either way, the civilians down there have a chance now. We're solidifying a foothold and getting people out, then we'll move to liberating the rest of the planet.
I hope we can say the same for Earth.
One day, Commander. For now, we've got our work cut out for us. Carry on.
So the I don't need to do that. So my context of what I know about Hannibal and Carthage was some of the stuff I've studied about sort of the developments of warfare throughout mostly the Hellenistic period, up in the classical through Hellenistic period, and the war between Rome and Carthage, sort of culminating with Hannibal. We kind of, and you might be able to speak to this a little bit, Johnny. There's a lot of we tend to give World War I, or at least the 20th century, credit for total war, the invention of total warfare. But you really see a lot of those sorts of things, right? Denying supply lines, even denying resources in a more direct manner, raising farmlands and things in your own land to deny the enemy forces resources and things like that. You see those sorts of things develop in that war between Rome and Carthage. So it's a oh, that's not great. So this is the thing we did not choose to do, which is okay. I guess they were a bunch of thugs and murderers. So all right. But yeah, it was and okay, another news article. Cool. It was one of the it was a very early development in what would later become characteristic of warfare centuries and centuries later. Okay, so here is a good question. Johnny Cash asks, will there ever be a philosophy of Assassin's Creed Odyssey? I don't have Odyssey. You would think I would. I love that period, and even it having Socrates as a major NPC and things like that. I might be interested in doing it. I'm not exactly sure too much. It is, as Erica pointed out, CJ. They're in just a little bit through here. I would be more interested in sort of the earlier Assassin's Creeds, maybe the Ezio trilogy. Those three are honestly my favorites. By far my favorites. Let's do one of these and see what this involves. I think it's just an orbital thing. I don't think you actually need to land and do a mission, but I'm not sure.
I found something.
Oh, hello. I hope it's fuel. I need fuel. 350. Good. But yeah, the recent ones are a little bit less. Speaking of Hellenism, we've got our Artemis Tau cluster with our Greek-named systems. Cool. Yeah, they get a little bit historically sketchier, and a little bit more into the sort of historical fantasy rather than historical fiction, that kind of thing. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just not the direction that I like in the Assassin's Creed series. You know, I liked, part of the reason I liked the Ezio trilogy so much in Assassin's Creed was Rome, in especially Brotherhood. Brotherhood's probably my favorite Assassin's Creed game because of Rome, and it's done so well. Wait, I thought this was.
Signal confirmed.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, still need fuel. There. Because Rome, you can actually, because I happen to be playing Brotherhood, at the same time taking a couple of courses on ancient Roman history. And even though it's Renaissance Rome rather than Imperial Rome or Republican Rome, the layout of the city is eminently identifiable. It is actually correct and to scale and everything. It is absolutely incredible. And if I'm not mistaken, they did roughly the same thing with respect to Byzantium. Constantinople, Istanbul, call it what you want. I think they called it Byzantium. I think they referred to it as Byzantium in Revelations. They did a very, very good job of making the environment what it's supposed to be. All right, this was the place where we found Liara in Mass Effect 1 with the Prothean ruins. Oh yeah, Johnny says, I wanted a Roman Assassin's Creed instead of a more early medieval type. Yeah, that would be very, very cool. I would like to see a... I mean, even in the Ezio trilogy, we have, like... there are callbacks to apparently assassins, like guild assassins in Rome, or during the Roman Empire, maybe even Roman Republic. And that would be very, very cool, I think. That would be very cool to actually explore that. Okay. So let's head to the Citadel really quick. There's a couple of things we gotta drop off and talk about and things like that. Gotta stop by a fuel depot. So Kylie's is saying, a little bit of an aside, I'm still trying to figure out WordPress. Is there another way I could send you the short story? I heard of a different publishing site, but haven't tried it yet. You can always send it to me. You can always send it to me directly, and I'll read them, obviously. But there isn't a great way for me to put it sort of share or send links to or that sort of thing.
Attempted to reverse engineer Prothean technology stolen from planet Garvuk. They're technically still wanted by the Council for hiding Prothean technology. As well, Sonax's part in instigating an illegal war on Garvuk.
I'm sure the Council will forgive that for helping with the Crucible. Extend those scientists amnesty and an invitation.
Right away.
Cool. We got a new asset just by listening. Scaredy almost opened fire on the Rachni when their ships pulled up to the Crucible, Admiral. I had to invoke your name more than once before they were let on board. They're following instructions, but my god, do I have to tell you how nervous everyone on the project is seeing Rachni strutting around the halls. Almost gave Professor Lau a fit. I'll let you know how our next staff meeting goes, Dr. Loke. That's wonderful. And them going and drinking. Grunt and friends. I do love that you can actually recruit Rachni and that they're, civilized.
Busy?
I have time if you'd like to talk. In fact, I could use the distraction.
What's on your mind?
How long it took the Reapers to eradicate the Protheans, and how long they'll need for us. It took them centuries to conquer the Protheans. We're not quite so widespread, but it would still take at least 100 years. It's selfish, but I keep thinking that if we fail... I'm only 109, Shepard. I could live to see the entire cycle come to an end.
Only 109, huh?
I know. It must seem strange to complain about a 1,000-year lifespan. I used to think it was sad that most aliens live such short lives. Maybe it's not such a privilege to outlive so many. To witness so much death.
I want to say this is a quote from Doctor Who. It might be somewhere else. But it was saying something like, living forever, or immortality isn't living forever. It's watching everyone else around you die. And for a species that lives 1,000 years or more, surrounded by most other species who live maybe to 100, by this point in humans and Turians live to like 120, maybe. But yeah, it's yeah, there's definitely a tragedy to living for a very, 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 very long time. In fact, there's a this is actually one of the major themes in Tolkien's works, especially more so in the Silmarillion, but it shows up in Lord of the Rings as well, with the elves being immortal. There is a particular dialogue of his. I'll see if I can find the text and put it in the description after the stream. It's the Athrabeth Finrod Andreth, I think, if I'm getting all that right. It's a dialogue between a wise human woman and an elf, Finrod, about life, death, God, or Eru, and all of that. It's fascinating and absolutely wonderfully written. It's about this kind of, watching the world around you change while you stay the same. The very strange tragedy of a long, perhaps even eternal life. Not eternal, endless, not eternal. Very different things. But it's a very good dialogue, and this is why Tolkien consistently in his work refers to death as the gift of men, not the curse of men or anything like that. Is the gift. Death is, the elves at least see it as a gift, because they're trapped in the world. They stay forever until the world ends. Humans have something else, something beyond. Even if it's nothing, it's not staying trapped within the world eternally. Johnny asks, which theory do you believe? The one where Romulus and Remus are raised by a wolf, or a woman from Troy burning the ships so they don't leave the spot which will eventually become Rome? I don't know. I think they're both probably mythologized. So if I had to guess, neither one is straightforwardly, historically, and literally true. I mean, we know that Rome was formed out of several, local tribes and cities and civilizations that kind of banded together for economic and military reasons. Now, that could have, probably did include refugees from Troy, and so there's probably some element of truth to that. And as for the story of Romulus and Remus, it could, again, perfectly well have been that children who basically grew up with wolves or something like that were heavily involved with the founding of the city and then the founding of the Republic. Now, neither, again, like I said, neither is probably precisely true as accounted, right? But that doesn't matter. Largely because it is a myth. It's mythology. It tells the story of the founding of Rome, and it provides a sort of cohesive unity to the founding of the city and the founding of the Republic. No, maybe the strange part about it is that there are these two sort of competing foundational myths, which you don't see very often in such a unified and cohesive society like Rome. So again, maybe these are layers of the same myth, or maybe these myths have sort of non-competitive significance, right? So they both have importance in different ways, or something like that. Johnny says, yeah, I agree. It's probably been changed by generations and generations. Of course, right. Yeah, and that's the other thing, too, is these were oral stories long before they were written as well. I think we over-exaggerate as well the amount that oral tradition changes in the ancient world. It was because of how precisely it was passed on. Again, if you look at things like Homer, they were very, very precise because they gave very, very, very precise accounts of very important things, like how to do things in society, how society was run, and all that. But you're right. There is it does adapt over time, not due to error, but due to differing needs from point 1 to point 2, or whenever it happens, whenever it applies. Didn't Romulus kill Remus because he wanted to name the city? Something like that, at least in one major version of the myth. I think it was... I know there is a version where Romulus killed Remus. I think there was a version where they fought to name the city. They fought each other. But then something else happened? I'm trying to remember. I know there's a few different versions of it. Homer wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey. Virgil wrote the Aeneid, which is the other foundational myth for Rome. And that was much, much later. Virgil wrote in the 1st century AD? No. Someone look that up. It was much, much later than Homer. But it was a derivation of Homer's Iliad. But again, the Iliad existed as an oral tradition long, long before it was written down. But based on records and other references to it at different times, we know that it changed very little, and the changes that did occur were very significant to that time period. Yeah. The Iliad is in print. There are all sorts of translations, and I mean, you can even, I think you can just find it online as well. On go to Perseus.tufts. Just search the Perseus Project. Where they have the full text of Homer, so the Iliad and the Odyssey, and is in the original Greek, in translation, in a few historical translations as well. So there's a Latin translation, I think, on that. I'm not sure about that. I'll put a link to it in the description again after the stream is done, if you guys are interested in that sort of thing. The Perseus Project is done, it's through Tufts University. They do a great job of compiling ancient sources and commentary materials and translation notes and things like that. It's kind of clunky. Like, the modern English translations are not the best. You'll find better translations elsewhere, but it is a very straightforward translation, and it's really good for a side-by-side kind of study, which is the kind of thing that I'll do mostly with Latin texts, because my ancient Greek is minimal, if anything at all. I don't know the alphabet well enough to read it, to just read it. I can kind of stumble through in transliteration, so Roman characters, but Greek words, kind of. Some things. Latin is my ancient language of choice because it's the language of the Middle Ages. Johnny says ancient history is so interesting because it happened so long ago, and different versions of what happened over the years. Yeah, you have to read ancient historical texts very carefully. And you typically need to read them as what they are, which is typically different from modern history, modern historiography. We write accounts of history. The closest thing to a modern historiography, a modern writing of history, would be ancient annals. So this year such and such happened in such place. Next year this happened in this place, right? Which are straightforward accounts. Most ancient history was not written like that, and those are mostly court records and things like that. So there is usually a narrative tying together historical texts. And you have to know what to make of that narrative. Because the narrative itself, not only does it tell about what it's writing about, but it also tells about the author and their current political, cultural, and a lot of times also social and religious context, and even philosophical context, and sometimes even economic context, if that might be relevant in a few cases. It tells about the author as well as telling about the actual history they're writing about. So, speaking of writing history. Liara is our resident historian, which on that note, being a humanities guy myself, I cannot get over, I cannot emphasize how much I absolutely love that the nerd character in a major sci-fi franchise like Mass Effect is a non-scientist. I mean, she's an archaeologist, so she's kind of a scientist, but not like physics. She's not a physicist. That's great. I love that. It's the same reason I love Stargate with Daniel Jackson.
Don't drive yourself crazy about this, Liara. We're still in the fight.
Only because you're still driving it forward. We finally have other leaders on our side, but none will take us as far as you can. Sometimes I wonder how you do it.
I think of the people I care about. That helps keep me going.
I'm glad I'm among them. I hope.
Of course you are.
I feel better already. Thank you for coming by, Shepard. Why don't we talk later?
All right. Let's see if we have any upgrades while we're here. None? Okay. Thought we had one. No.
Enjoy your day.
All right. So let's go to Tuchanka and go to a couple of those missions. Or no, wait. Let's go to the Citadel. We have things to drop off first. Johnny says it's also super interesting looking at ancient artifacts found over the years. That too, yeah. Archaeology is not my my specialization, right? I don't really specialize in archaeology, so I don't do the.
Do you need ground transport?
Yeah, docks.
I'll handle it.
I don't really do the first-hand study of artifacts, or even much in terms of looking at accounts of artifacts and sort of material culture history. A lot of colleagues of mine and a lot of co-students of mine, students I've taken classes with and things like that, have focused on that sort of thing. In fact, the Roman historian, the professor I was talking about at some point, she focuses her main method is studying coins, because coinage can tell so much about state propaganda. It can tell about the sort of economic environment if you see like coin clippings and things like that. And then also the various iconography, the religious iconography, all sorts of, and obviously political messaging and things like that you can see on coins. That you don't think of that. You think of coins as, well, this tells us about an emperor. This figure existed at this time, or we find a hoard of coins and we think of it as buried treasure, or maybe we think of it as historical, but not in the fine-grained little ways that material historians will look to, archaeologists will look to. It's really fascinating, the kinds of things you can learn from that kind of stuff. Beyond my expertise, but absolutely fascinating nonetheless.
I recovered your pillars of strength from the kite's nest. They're yours, waiting in Bay D-24.
Thank you. Right now, my people need any reminder of the faith they can get.
And we have a great example there of the importance of historical artifacts for a culture, right? Not just for historical research, but cultural impact and significance as well, is a big deal. Right? I mean, it's why we have movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark. The Ark of the Covenant's kind of historically important,
Then contact Commander Bailey over at CSEC.
Even aside from if it has mystical powers or what have you, as we see in the movie, whatever, but even that aside, it has tremendous cultural and religious significance, and it can do, whether it can melt Nazi faces or not, right? The Ark of the Covenant has tremendous cultural significance, such that it can affect all manner of political, social, religious change. And there are, again, we know this because there are societies and there are churches mostly in Ethiopia who have claimed that they either have or have had, or historically, that the Ark of the Covenant has been there, that they have had it. long after it was purported to have been lost. And those are very, very important things. And this is why we have reliquaries and such. And this is why we put so much importance on historical, tombs and place names and locations and things like that as well. Let's not drink. Johnny says, I seriously want a game that goes from start to the end of Rome. I could see doing like a Civ style game for that.
I'm just gonna hang here for a while.
All right, James. I could see you doing like a Civilizations style game like that. The trouble would be that it's, to prevent it from just degenerating into, I guess, a strategy game like Civilization. It would need to have certain kinds of constraints and things, which could kind of be disruptive to the historical narrative or disruptive to the gameplay. It's really hard to do historical games, and that's actually what some of the early Assassin's Creed ones did really, really well. Was they managed to do historical fiction in an interactive way with the Animus thing, without messing with history too severely, which I think they did a good job at that.
Tell me you have found my son.
Not yet.
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't find... Oh, darn it. Okay, hold on. I messed up. I messed up on that last mission. That was it was a little too hectic, and I forgot to search for forgot to search for his son's dog tags. See if I can pick him up from Spectre Requisitions. Darn it. No. Yep. There we go. Need that. Need that. Need that. Need that. Okay. Ooh, hey, things here. On behalf of the Spectre Order, we would like to welcome you to our ranks. You are a credit to your race. You have now access to superior weapons and armor provided by the eggheads, as your counselor puts it, at Spectre R&D, who, may I remind you, work tirelessly to make sure you don't end up dead, etc. So, let's check these things out.
Favorite store on the Citadel.
Spectre Gauntlets. Spectre Green. Gladius. Alright, let's go try this new baby out, because if I remember correctly, this thing is awesome. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Johnny. See you later. Feel free to come on back and, stop and watch the rest of the stream. I'm certainly going to be talking about some other things. So, hopefully it is, it has been a good time for you too. So, I've had it's been good talking to you. So, thanks for coming by. Let's see. Not very accurate, but that's okay. I don't have a stability down. Yeah, I do. Oh, wow, that's heavy. Okay. Okay, that's wildly inaccurate. It's incredibly powerful, but... No, I can't use that. Nope, 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 nope. Unfortunately, no. Give it to James, though. I love this rifle, but it's really heavy and I can't do it. Matic. There. Okay, back to normal. Anyway, all right. Kylie says, "Big news! My friend just went into labor with her twins. Awesome! Congratulations! These are her first, and I'm so excited. I am absolutely excited too. Twins Good lord, wow. All right. Congratulations. Extend my congratulations. Absolutely. My God, that's amazing. Twins is... Jesus. I've got 2, but we had a couple of years to adjust. Man, I cannot... God, I cannot imagine twins yet. Who knows? Maybe it'll happen, and I'll have to imagine it. Man. Let's tell Commander Bailey that we dealt with, what's her face? Our crazy Asari.
It never rains, but it pours, eh, Shepard?
That bad, huh?
Things here are getting tense. So many refugees scuttling about, rumors flying about the war. People are walking around eyeballing each other, and we can't keep up with the reports on suspicious behavior.
Is the immigration situation any better?
It's worse. The more destruction the Reapers sow, the more ships come looking for salvation. The strain in our resources is overwhelming.
All right.
It'll probably get worse before it gets better, Bailey.
Yeah, if it ever gets better.
All right, I think... Well, let's make sure, but I think that might be everything we need to do on the Citadel. Let's talk to Dominic Osaba about his son, but... Oh, Kylie also says, I found out some family, so person in your family, is expecting your second baby. Another congratulations. That is awesome. That is amazing.
Have you found my son?
I found your son's body in the slums on Benning. He sacrificed himself to save his squad.
I see. Their guilt made them avoid me. They should feel honored by his sacrifice. I know that I do. Thank you, my friend.
Closure, at least, if nothing else.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Leave 1 moment, please.
You know, it's one thing to lose a kid, or it's one thing to lose anybody you care about. It's another to not know whether you've lost someone. That's gotta be even rougher. Nothing here. How about these 2?
We're at this little farm. We'd killed a few enemy scouts. It's quiet. The shuttle gets called away for support, so I'm there for the night. The humans get me dinner, show me around. One of them, this freckled farm girl, maybe 15. She wants to hear all about what it's like to be a commando.
You were probably the most exciting thing ever to land at her farm.
Yeah. She's saying she wants to be a pilot, and I say that life on a ship is grimy. And she asks if I'd like to use their shower.
Going by my records, you'd been on active duty for more than 3 weeks. Probably no real chance to get clean in all that time.
Pretty much, yeah.
I see where this is going, and I don't like it. I think, we'll find out a little bit more about her situation as well from some other sources as we go forward. If there's anything else we have to drop off while we're here, I'm going to do this before we go through Tuchanka. We might actually finish Tuchanka this time. I don't think so, but maybe. 2 hours.
Tell Matriarch Athena that our huntresses should have the upgrades waiting
right.
for us next shore.
Listen to me, those prototypes are vital. We need these biotic upgrades to fight the Reapers.
Kelly says, and another friend of mine is expecting their first baby. Man, everybody. This is crazy. Good crazy. Good kind of crazy. They've wanted to be a mama for as long as I've known. Lots of baby news recently in my family and friend group. That's awesome. Our baby news was a little out of date at this point. Michael's 6 months old now, so but he's doing phenomenally well. He and Saoirse are getting along. Saoirse is learning not to hurt him. She is very gradually doing a great job learning to be gentle with him. She already cares immensely for him and wants him to be very happy and gets very upset when he gets upset, but sometimes doesn't realize that he's, delicate. Fish. We need fish. More fish. More fish. Right. Nothing there. But yeah, he's been doing well. Serge has been learning and doing great too. Doing great. At the car dealership yesterday, when we were working on doing paperwork and stuff for hours on end. She was playing with some other kids, making good friends and all that. It was a good time. She had fun. She got very tired and was a little grumpy by the end, but it's fine. Oh, model ships. I need those too. Shepard is just a rabid collector of things that don't matter. I think that's a good thing. You gotta have something blow off steam, right? Headshot damage is pretty nice, but no. Maybe I'll come back. Alright. Araba.
No, actually, my husband's a KROGAN.
Oh, well, that's great. I just hope he knows which ones to fight.
Excuse me?
Oh, I didn't, well, I just...
My husband is risking his life to protect us right now.
Rude.
I'm so sorry. That was thoughtless and... I'm so sorry.
No, I understand. Sometimes I'm surprised myself. Anyway, would you like to make a purchase?
Yes, of course.
Remember Araba from the second game? Araba, the Asari from Ilium? Ilium, the Asari from Ilium, the one who the KROGAN was reading poetry to. Unfortunately, we have some bad news.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. You need to hear this.
Oh, blue rose of Ilium. If these humble words reach you, then I have joined my ancestors.
No.
My dream was to be by your side, a weed beside your beauty, twining together in the warm Tuchanka sun.
Oh, Char.
But if my last days must be with Grant instead of kindness, still I will remember the perfume of your scent and the soft touch of your petals. Let my broken bones build a wall around your garden, so you and the flower we planted together can grow safe and strong.
Thank you. I need to go.
So Char was one of the KROGANs on the advanced team, in the Rachni tunnels that we just came from last time.
Proceeds from all sales go to help the troops on Palaven.
That was rough. That is the realism of warfare here is really on display. I'll take it, sure. But, again, that implies, the implication at least there is that she either is having or has had their daughter, and is going to be at least
You don't think Sanctuary is real?
trying or hoping to keep her safe. For her and for Char. Anything up here? No. Alright. Move along. Alright, that is, I believe, now everything on the Citadel. So let's go to Tuchanka. Taxi stand here, yeah? Alright. Back of the Normandy. Okay, so that actually... funny story. Not funny story so much, but funny enough, that actually kind of reminds me of... so I just finished rewatching Star Wars Rebels today. Which... I don't know how much I should... It's an old series. It's been out for a very long time. 3-4 years now, the whole thing. So so I don't feel too bad spoiling anything, but there is a story that is rather like that in the show. Let's do this first. This is a shorter one. Cerberus attack. So the whole 4th season, basically. Let's bring Rex absolutely to Tuchanka, and Garrus. Rex and Garrus, absolutely. Why not? Where Hera, who, by the way, Hera, the pilot, Harrison Dulong, the pilot character in the show, is who is probably one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Got to be top 10. Looks good to me. Nah, you're getting the Gladius. Stability dampener and barrel. That'll do. Okay, cool. It was, and so you find out in the sort of epilogue to the series, the last little however many years later, maybe 7 or 8, you find out that Hera had a kid with Kanan. Kanan, the Jedi Master who's throughout the show, who died in the last season, and there was this like tension moment going on where they were trying to tell each other something, and I think it was that. But then, of course, that's funny thing about this is that this is one of those situations where, sort of rewatching through something, you have this additional context in mind where you know now that she had been pregnant with her kid Jason throughout the last season, and that really is a little bit terrifying given the death-defying stunts and things that she's going through throughout that season. Because, oh my god.
Their target seems to be an ancient ground-to-space cannon facility that hasn't been used since the KROGAN rebellions. The site has no obvious military advantage, and the KROGAN are spread too thin to deal with it.
Do we know what Cerberus is up to?
No, but we do know that Cerberus doesn't act without a plan. Get in there and stop them. Find out what they're up to while you're at it.
We'll get it done.
Okay.
See to it. Pack it out.
So yeah, the
Looks like Cerberus got that cannon operational, Commander.
oh, great.
I'll go back up, get a read on what they're shooting at.
Get on it.
All right, let's find a control room for those cannons.
Get ammo going.
Kill anything in our way.
Understood.
All right, let's go through. Come on. Alright. There we go.
Will do.
Alright. really. Oops.
Control center secure. And I think it's time to test this cannon.
Okay. So while we're doing that, and while we're wandering around, a couple of things. Kylie says, I found a Mandalorian eyeshadow palette. And I got it for one of my friends because they absolutely love everything Star Wars and specifically everything Mandalorian. I don't know how, if you've been keeping up with the show. The season 2 just ended, and I don't want to discuss the last episode with spoilers, just in case anybody may not have seen it. But I would, of course, love to talk about the season in general because I thought it was very, very good. Which is not exactly a hot take right now, but now I do. I recognize there are some weird pacing issues and all that. And there's some plot holes here and there and stuff, but fine, whatever. Regardless, I really, really like it. If only for the point of, yes, they brought back and did a lot of what they should have been doing. What they should have been doing with the sequels and all of that. But, regardless. Erica says there's a lot of things that should have ended that pregnancy she went through. Yeah, that's true. Also, I don't remember, didn't you say their kid doesn't have Leku, which is in the opposite direction established lore in the Clone Wars? Yeah, the elongated ear things. I assume it's a dominant recessive gene thing. In terms of, like, different amounts of human versus Twi'lek.
Let's move.
Why did I jump down? That was a mistake. Should not have done that. Okay. Whee! Goodbye. Because the two Twi'lek human hybrids, children, that you see in the Clone Wars, they had very shortened Leku. I don't know. I'm not sure. I assume it's a subtle difference in sort of cross-species hybridization,
I've rerouted the power to the main console. Heading back now.
I don't know. I kind of liked the design for Jason. He's funky colored and whatnot, but otherwise looks a little more human. More human than Twi'lek. Okay, well, Rex is taking care of that. There we go. they're setting up turrets up here, aren't they? Ah, crap. There we go. Kylie says, I haven't seen Clone Wars or anything past the original movie series. I need to do catch-up. Everything is currently on Disney+. So if you've got it, then you can totally watch it there. The Clone Wars is a fantastic series. It's one of those very long-running, I think it's 7 seasons now. And it's very, very good, and it just sort of gradually gets better. There's a couple of dips here and there. One of the things I always kind of recommend is to watch it in chronological rather than release order. Which I'll see if I can find here. Hold on. Clone Wars.
Shepard, with those KROGAN cannons operational, Cerberus has actually given us the advantage in that system.
So, give me a second.
Back, but we think they'll try to seize the facility again.
Seems likely.
I'm sending an Alliance team to keep it secure. They've got a foothold in a strong defensive position, thanks to you.
Glad to hear it.
Good work, Commander. Hack it out.
All right. Alright, so let's, right here, while we're here, let's talk to Rex, because we rescued Grunt, so that'd be a good time for it.
Need something, Shepard?
Oh, not really. Never mind.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something wrong?
Morden. He got his tissue sample from me, all right. Let's just say scalpels were never meant to cut where he cut.
Agreed. All right. Right in the quad. So, like I was saying, I recommend watching it in chronological order, the Clone Wars, that is, because it's an anthology series. It just sort of tells snippets of stories from here and there throughout the sort of 3-year period of the Clone Wars. Oh, yes, we'll do this in a second, because this is really cool. I love this. I wish Johnny Cash had stayed around. He would have liked this. But no, the release order, right? The order in which things happen, doesn't actually track with the order of events. I'm not going to pour one out because I'm in my office, but I'll take a drink for Rex's quad. Poor Rex. But no, it's the release order was sort of all over the place. And there are lists that you can go through and watch in chronological order from the earliest things that happen, then gradually through until later. Because otherwise, you get these weird things if you watch in release order where you saw a character die, for example, in a previous season, and suddenly they're back? Well, it's because the later episode just takes place before, because they wanted to go back and tell a different story earlier on, that kind of thing. And honestly, I think the series works much better in chronological order. So, unfortunately, I'm peeved. I don't know why this is, but Disney Plus does not have an option to watch in chronological order, but StarWars.com has a list that has a link to each one in order on Disney Plus, so you can just do it that way. You can just do it that way. I'll put a link to it, like I said, in the description after the stream, so you can do it that way. Okay, and then of course Rebels, which honestly holds up a lot better than I remembered. It was better than I remembered it being when it first came out. And mostly maybe it's because a lot of it ties into the Mandalorian. They kind of pick up a lot of plot threads in the Mandalorian from Rebels, so maybe that's it. All right, so let's see. Let's do this. Anything here? No. No. All right. How do I invite up Liara? Can I do that here? Oh, here we go.
Liara, you had something you wanted to discuss in my cabin?
Yes, I'll be right up.
It's not that. But you can see how it's written with that in mind.
Come on in.
Thank you. Could we sit? I've been thinking about the knowledge we gathered on the Reapers, and how easily it could be lost again. So, I put a plan in motion to preserve things for the future.
What's this?
A record of the galaxy. Information on the Reapers, relays, different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But there's one entry I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own. I'd be honored to have your input. How would you like history to remember you?
So Kylie, Shepard X Liara is not canon exactly, but it was clearly the writer's sort of preferred canon romance. Let's put it that way. It's the one that it's the one that fits the story best. It's the one that there is the most writing for. Oh, the dialogue soft. All right, hold on. Let me fix that. Sorry. Turn it back up a little bit. Hopefully that'll fix it. Sorry about that. So it's not exactly canon, but it's pretty close. It's kind of the default, I think, and it's kind of the one that the writers had, I think, most in mind. So kind of.
50,000 years is a long time for a computer to sit around.
Please, I was an archaeologist. I know what I'm doing. I'm encasing these records in time capsules and seeding copies on multiple planets. And while it's not foolproof, the VI I'm installing has every translation and linguistics program I could find.
So it's an information guide like Vigil on Ilos?
Yes. I've been preparing it for some time.
And it will be a privilege to guide the future discoverers of these records. Have you decided what you would like Dr. Tassoni to write in your entry, Commander?
Put down the truth. Good? Bad? Don't leave anything out. Let history be the judge.
I'll give them the facts. Let me just delete all these breathless passages on your heroics.
You
Do you see what I mean?
Live up to?
I can't help myself. You're a good friend, Shepard.
Max says, I found having Glyph in it was a cute touch. Yeah, absolutely. I like that they made Glyph kind of actually important somehow, and not just dumb little comic relief. Here, and then also becomes pretty important again in the Citadel DLC later on. So, yeah.
You've been there for me too, Liara.
No, I haven't. I wish I could have joined you back on Ilium.
You made up for it.
Well, I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
Do you see what I mean? As close to canon romance as it can get. Oh my gosh, Kylie says the twins are here. Wow, already? Did she really just go into labor 20 minutes ago? That's incredible. Wow. Congratulations also. No, understandably, I get that happens. Fast labor happens. Michael was home. Yeah. Erica says faster than Michael even. Yeah, barely. That was a close one. Michael, it was a close one. All right, so we're going to rescue Turians from Reapers. So let's go with Garrus and Liara. Yeah, Liara's good with. Well, it's Cerberus. It's not Reaper. Well, it's both. Is it Cerberus? We want James. Liara or James? What do you guys think? I think it's both Reapers and Cerberus, if I remember right. It's at least Reapers. And we're rescuing Turians on Tuchanka. We can't bring Rex, can't bring Kasumi. I don't know. Liara? Cerberus is there too? Okay. Well, we already got Garrus is good against Cerberus. James is the... Well, yeah, let's go with Liara. That's fine. First answer, got it. Why not? I'm loving the Blood Dragon armor. I think we're going to hang on to this for a bit. Although, what about that Spectre? Not that. Where's the Spectre one? That. What? Interesting. Spectre. That's very purple. Very purple. What? Why am I bald suddenly? Spectre's nice, but no, I gotta go with the Blood Dragon. Gotta go with the Blood Dragon. Kelly says she's been having contractions for days. Oh, wow. Getting stronger, and her husband posted that they were in the hospital, I think a few hours ago. Okay, so it could have been a little while. All right, okay. So I may be a little inaccurate in judging the labor time. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Blood Dragon armor, especially because our other stream on this channel currently, our other concurrent stream is Dragon Age, so let's just do some crossover-y stuff. There is no N7 Dragon Age armor, unfortunately. That'd be kind of neat. Should I actually have a pistol? Nah, I like power recharge better. Let's... If I were to take a shotgun, it'd probably be the Crusader, and it's a really heavy, unfortunately. So no, let's not. I'm gonna go with the... I'm gonna change this for the barrel. A little extra damage I could really use. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Alright. That's good. That's good. I do like that for him, and that's good. Cool. Powers. All right, cool. Nah, I'll go back to that. Come back to that. Crowd lasts? Maybe. Yeah, let's increase what we've already got up there. All right. I should probably wait for overload. Yeah. Well, they are. Stasis bubble. Absolutely stasis bubble. Stasis bubble is like best power. All right. Kind of can't stop smiling. Yeah, it is. I love to hear that. I love to hear about new kids. Twins, too. God, that's crazy.
This crash site's a nightmare. Edie, try to raise Lieutenant Victus. Yes, ma'am.
Praetorian Commander, what happened here is... Let's just say the Turian Code is not forgiving. And that it's his son is bad for the Primarch. Promoting family without merit can bite you in the ass. What's strange is the Primarch knows that.
Commander, I have to land well back from the main crash site.
That the best you can do?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they're basically Christmas babies. That's awesome.
All right, set her down. Let's save this platoon.
Week of Christmas. You know, close enough. Then again, hopefully they don't have to worry about the nightmare of combined birthday, Christmas parties and presents and everything. So there's at least... Unfortunately, there is that.
Did you raise Lieutenant Victus?
At least the possibility of it.
But the connection is bad. Patch me in. This is Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy. Do you read?
This is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus of the 9th Platoon. We're pinned by Reaper harvesters and
Lieutenant, I need you to fire a flare so I can find your position.
All right.
Got it.
Things get worse by the minute. My men are dying.
This sounds bad. Let's move.
Okay. Let's put up our ammo powers.
Understood.
Of course.
Magazine. All right, nice. Kylie says, true. I don't think my friend is going to do that because I think Halloween is more their favorite holiday in the household. All right, to each their own.
Mission on Tuchanka is especially odd. Thoughts?
Nothing has come up through any of my networks.
That's really saying something. There's nothing in the Shadow Broker networks. I'm a very
you see them?
Christmassy.
Quick, we don't want them to call for backup.
All right, Liara, let's do that. Boom. Problem solved. Didn't even need the gun. All right.
Escape pod. Our first casualties.
Looks like they survived the crash, but then a harvester took them
That's
out.
not good.
Died in the explosion.
And then pulled out to be eaten by husks.
Eaten by husks. Well,
Shepard,
that's
I hear gunfire.
very unpleasant.
Okay. I have a visual on the enemy, and there's an escape pod just beyond. Looks like the Turians are in tough. Enemies up ahead don't know we're here.
Surprise on our side for once. I like it.
All right, let's do this.
Exactly. Let's go.
Both sniper time. Oh, hello.
Harvester! Incoming harvester!
That harvester is going to destroy the Turian escape pod!
Darn it.
Thank you. Don't stop for us. We'll head for the main crash site. There's another pod ahead.
I used a lot of ammo on that. Kylie says, I mean, I'm probably going to be buying a lot of Christmas-themed things for the little babies for their first birthday. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, honestly, right before is not too bad because you can get things that are for Christmas. Like, not things that are, like, Christmas presents, but presents that are for Christmas, especially for little kids. Like, get stuff that are, like, to wear on Christmas, and, like, Christmas pajamas and things like that, you know?
Invictus is a lot to live up to. It's a big military name on Palaven. War's expected to
That's a
run in
nice
victor
rifle,
blood.
but no, I like the Matic better, honestly.
Children shouldn't
The
be burdened
semi-auto.
with the successes of their parents any more than their failings.
I like that, actually. Children shouldn't be burdened by the successes of their parents any more than their failings. She would know. What with her mother being both incredibly successful and an incredible failure, if you recall. Yeah, that's not good sound.
Looks like we got the jump.
Follow my lead.
Hey, there we go. Used up a lot of ammo, but I did it. Okay. Kylie says, but more like things that aren't explicitly Christmassy for Christmas, but colors and maybe stuff reindeer or something. Okay, yeah. There's a fine line, but I think you can dance along that line pretty well. You can do it. You can make it work. Okay, down we go. Okay.
Shepard here, what's your status?
Commander, what's your ETA?
Hang tight, we're on our way.
Marnik, how's our velocity? Deceleration online. We'll survive. Victus is going to pay for this. Court-martial or hanging?
How's Victus going to live this down?
That's not good.
When we find him, we'll ask.
What's coming?
Okay. There's nothing I'm missing here.
Shepard here.
Just saw harvesters drop a lot of enemies in your path.
Understood.
There's the harvester. It's retreating.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you got him. Okay. There's the ship.
Okay, let's pick it up. It's important we don't lose this squad.
It seems that the Turians are playing with political dynamite here. Maybe they should inform the KROGAN.
Krogan-Turian animosity is ancient and intense. It's inborn.
And I need them to work together, so let's not complicate things. All right, let's move!
Not one more soldier dies here today!
For Paladin!
Kidding me? Okay, fine. think that's it. Oh, it's not it.
Harvester in play!
Oh. Whoops. Okay, let's not run straight through the open with the harvester firing on us in full auto.
Harvester in play!
Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay, I'm out of ammo. Alright. That'll do it.
This way.
Alright, so we killed the big giant flying thing. That's good news. Come on. What's happening here? Yeah. Alright.
Lieutenant Victus?
Commander Shepard, my men and I are in your debt. Thank you for saving so many.
What happened here?
He screwed up.
Stand down, soldier.
These men are dead because of him.
I said, stand down.
Hey, I just saved all your asses, so everyone just calm down. Lieutenant, what's going on here?
I made a bad call. This is all on me. I chose caution and clever tactics over a head-on attack. And my men paid the price.
How so?
You mean the crash?
Yes. We could see on Hollow that Reaper forces were blocking our intended path. Staying on course guaranteed heavy casualties. So I chose a safer route, skirting the enemy. And that took us low and through these ruins. When we encountered resistance, there was no room to maneuver. Suddenly, we were in a fight for our lives. A lot of my men lost that fight.
Owning your mistake takes guts, but you have to get over it and move on.
Of course. It's just fresh right now. Our mission's still a failure. When we've stabilized the injured, we'll head back to the fleet.
You're abandoning your mission?
We're down over 30 men. It'd be suicide.
What exactly did you come here to do?
There's a bomb on the planet. We were sent to defuse it.
A bomb? How big?
Enormous. Cerberus has it.
Lieutenant, if Cerberus has that bomb, you have to finish your mission.
Haven't these men sacrificed enough?
I understand.
For
this kind
what?
of sacrifice is the hardest to ask for, but your men signed on for it, and so did you.
My men have lost hope, Commander. Even if I wanted to finish the mission, they don't.
It's your job to make them want to.
How?
Their sacrifice means that others will never face what they faced here today. Remind them that those sacrifices have no honor if the mission fails.
Men, I own what happened here today. But we have to carry on.
No, we don't. Who cares about a few dead Krogan? It's over.
We are Turian, and we will not let Cerberus succeed. Our sacrifice is the difference between life and death for this entire galaxy. Let the heroes of the 9th Platoon be remembered for performing their duties with bravery. All right, men. Shuttle's arriving any minute. We're moving out.
Not bad.
Commander, come with us.
He's not
We're a
quite
Shepard.
Shepard, he's not quite his father, but...
We could use the help.
Send me the nav point. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. That'll
All
give
right.
us time to do a little recon. See what we're up against.
Victus, you have a second chance here. Make their sacrifice count.
Understood, Commander. Hope to see you at the rendezvous.
Cerberus bomb. What the hell is going on, Commander? And what do the Turians have to do with it?
Coordinates Victus gave me place it in the Kelphic Valley. It's a heavily populated area. That's all I know.
My gut says something's not right here.
What do you suggest?
Get the Primarch to come clean.
Should we alert the Krogan military?
I'd wait. We're in the dark here. Krogan-Turian relations are fragile until the genophage is cured. Let's not push it. And how about this bomb? How many troops does Cerberus have on this?
No idea. All I know is, we can't have them detonating that bomb.
Keep me in the loop. Hack it out.
Ooh, Kylie is starting a 48-hour fast tonight, and
Primarch
you're so
Victus.
ready, honestly.
Impressive work on Tuchanka.
Good luck.
Grateful that
Good luck.
Why didn't you tell me about the Cerberus bomb? Why hide that? What else are you keeping from me?
I have nothing for you.
For our alliance to work, I need to trust you.
Our friendship is new, Commander. Would you trust me with information that puts your people, puts Earth, at risk?
Why would I jeopardize our alliance by lying to you now? It doesn't make sense.
Decisions like these weigh heavy on me. When I was a general, I could pass them up the chain of command. But now, I'm all I've got. Know what I mean?
Sure. And
that's all. Wait, there is one more thing, Commander. Thank you for saving my son.
Shepard, test verified. Results promising. Can synthesize for universal Krogan immunity.
Good. Then you can put your knife away.
Huh?
the cure's ready?
No, still need transmission vector. Cure useless unless given to entire species.
You're usually full of ideas, Morden. You altered the genophage before. There must be a way.
Of course, always possibilities, but time limited. Can't create new infections strained from scratch. Groundwater? No, too slow. Voluntary inoculation risky. Population too scattered for airborne. Unless... Wait, yes! The Shroud. Constant global dispersion of air particles, built by Solarians to repair atmosphere of Tuchanka. Also used by Turians.
We used it to secretly spread the genophage virus. It ended the KROGAN rebellions.
I'd be careful who you tell that to.
Sometimes I understand why the KROGAN want to shoot everyone in sight.
Those were desperate times.
Yes, but useful now.
So are these.
Original genophage strain still in storage at Shroud facility. Can use it as transmission vector, then use Shroud to blanket Tuchanka with cure.
You clever little piejack. That's our best shot, right there.
Then finish your preparations and be ready to go, Morden.
Of course. Ready when you need me. We'll be in medbay with Eve until then.
Okay. Alright, Primarch.
I'm grateful for all you've done, Commander. The situation with the KROGAN is already complicated enough.
Not as complicated as waking up one day and being told you're the new Primarch.
Yes, thank you. I'm beginning to understand why leaders so often seem lonely. Worst-case scenarios aren't just theories, at which you'll be dealing with 5 minutes from now.
That's why it helps to have allies.
Yes, you're right, of course. Is there something I can help you with?
What about the bomb? Well, I guess no. I guess
That's
I can't ask about that again.
Of course, Commander.
He's going to be very silent about it. So I guess we're going to have to go and, you know, figure it out on our own, won't we? So we'll do that one. See exactly how long it takes.
You've got new messages, Commander.
Alright, so we got new messages. Oh, you're going to be drinking a lot of water and coffee, Kylie. That's, I mean, that's good. Good. Water especially. Alright. Gerst Vicarian about Tuchanka. Shepard, I tried asking around about what a Turian team would be doing on Tuchanka. Didn't get anywhere. Either they don't know or won't say. Whatever it is, it's big. While I was asking around, I did hear about some of our assault troops that could use our help. They're pinned down, defending a colony in Volus territory. They know what they're doing, but they're not going to hold out forever. The war is going. The way the war is going, we need all the help we can get. All right, let's go see about them. From Grunt, that was a good fight. I'm not going to make to his voice. That was a good fight, Shepard. You could hear him. You can't hear him, but I've got Arlac Company chanting Shepard. Your name you know. As we down some wrinkle to heal my wounds and wrinkle. Where are you? Oh my god. Grunt is drunkenly recovering. I can't wait for this to get even worse. From Jessica Frome. Dear Commander Shepard, my name is Jessica Frome. You saved my life on Benning. I've lost so many friends in all this, but I find hope in the idea that their memory lives on in me. I know I'm just one woman, but I wanted to let you know you're making a real difference. Bless you, Commander Jessica Frome. Nice. Oh, not this. Not what I wanted. Cancel. Not that. Not that either. Hoobity-doo. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Okay, we got who I need. All right. Refed the fish. Okay. Was there anything I need to do else was? Oh, I might have more information for upgrades with Liara.
Greetings, Commander.
Nope. Just kidding. All right. Let's go help with those Turians trapped in Volus territory before we come back to Tuchanka and do stuff there, huh? Not that. Maybe it's here? It's not showing on the map. That's weird. Journal. No. Book of Irun. Or Irun, Book of Plenix. Recover it from Irun. Okay, we gotta do that. Tuchanka bomb, priority. Okay. There's forces. Find them. Okay. Ismar Frontier. Ismar Frontier. Okay, Ismar Frontier, and then... Irun. No. Protheanopolis and the Shrike Abyssal. Alright, so Protheanopolis... Okay, Shrike Abyssal as well. Okay, cool. Here's a place. This is Ismar Frontier, right? Oh, no, it's not. Is it? No, it's... Ismar. There we go. Ismar Frontier. I think Volus Space is up this way. Ping. Alright, let's do a quick little exploration of this system. Unmarked station. That's sketchy.
I found something.
Zorya. Is this where we went with, I think this is where we helped Zaid. At that refinery that we blew up. I think. Wait, Ozzy Osbourne just released new music. Crazy. Cool, though. Man, it's hard to think of Ozzy Osbourne as still working. You know, that's crazy. Cool, but crazy. Ping. Right, let's keep going. Okay.
Signal confirmed.
What's this? Advanced biotic implants. Okay. What kind of biotic experiments are required? Interesting. Okay, cool. Weird, but alright. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Somebody want to look up where Irun is? Crescent Nebula, Eagle. Is it Shrike Abyssal? One of them? I think his tour is for his final one. He's still making music. Cool.
I found something.
That is awesome. Is that a bond? Okay. What's here? Just credits, alright. I thought Rost was... Let's just search all the way around here, yeah?
Signal confirmed.
Tyrix. Yeah, Vorcha Labor Team. Okay, cool. Let's get out of here. Oh, Heshtok. Isn't this the Vorcha homeworld? Yes, this is Vorcha Homeworlds. Vorcha are utterly fascinating, by the way. They're basically they're just basically space cockroaches. Sapient cockroaches. Wait, Kylie says, wait, I goofed. I didn't remember when the song I saw featured came out.
I found something.
So I was thinking it was new. Oh, well, okay. If not, then still. I mean, it's still cool that he's touring. Here we go. Protheanopolis. All right, I was looking for that. Sweet. All right. So the Vorcha are actually really, really cool, as weird and creepy and disturbing as they are. They are highly adaptable, is kind of their evolutionary niche. They can mutate, not intergenerationally, but a particular organism can mutate to adapt to a new situation it finds itself in. I think it was here is Irun. I don't know, let me check. Tobo. And Lie. Scion. No. Aethon cluster? Maybe. See if someone can find out where Irun. There it is, Irun.
Very few areas here have survived intact.
Signal confirmed.
There we go. Okay, Volus Homeworld. Oh. Anyway. Am I? Oh, I shouldn't have gotten that yet. Darn. That was dumb. Anyway. Yeah, if, oh geez. This is quite a packed cluster.
I found something.
Alright. But basically they, it talks about how the Reapers have trouble killing and culling the Vorcha. Because if they wipe out water supplies, they just adapt so they can draw water from food. So they don't need to drink. If they cut off food supplies, they adapt to be able to eat different kinds of things. It's nuts. Or if they like burn the atmosphere off of a planet, they can. I don't remember if they can adapt to hard vacuum, but I know they can adapt to like completely different environmental conditions. It's really, really cool. They're still pretty disturbing, but also really cool. And of course, they live like, I don't know, 20 years or so, even shorter than Solarians. So they don't really have the time to individually develop, but so they don't develop very complex societies like most other races do. But they're basically impossible to kill. At least impossible to kill them on a mass scale kind of thing. Oop, there we go. This is gonna attract Reapers. Up, there they are. Okay, Reapers, I was right. Alright. Okay, let's get out of here.
Faster than light jump successful.
Sorry.
I found something.
Okay, more fuel, that's good. There's another thing in this system. Great. Oh, crap, crap, crap.
Evasion successful.
Okay, this is gonna be close to get out of here, but I think I can do it. Ooh, a Volus Dreadnought.
Reapers eluded.
That's odd. I remember right, it was Turian made. Crap. because the Volus don't have their own military and all that. They're bankers. Okay, time to leave.
Faster than light jump successful.
Whoops. Alright, let's do one of these. And then we'll go do our actual mission.
Signal confirmed.
Can you believe Jeff Bezos now got to name a whole star system? Kidding, I'm pretty sure that's not actually. Anyway, that was bad. It was a very poorly executed bad joke. Right, credits. Let's see, what else we got? Yangtze. Oh, the Voyager cluster has river-named systems. At least 2, Amazon and Yangtze. And Columbia, that one too. Alright.
I found something.
Unbintu. Ooh! We got the Hammerhead. And the Avatar of Agility. Alright, let's head down to Columbia. Oh, this is far.
Signal confirmed.
There we go. Far. Anybody who has played and does play or whatever has played Mass Effect 3, Max, I know you're as big a fan of this as I am probably, if you're still in the chat. I highly recommend the Expanded Galaxy mod, which I have installed here. It's what adds a lot of this content that was already basically made, but it was cut for various reasons. As well as even some new quests and things that are very, very good. New exploration options and things like that. Okay, let's bring some well, now let's just go and do the bomb quest. Boom. Then we'll bring things back to the Citadel, time permitting. Full up. Tuchanka. City ruins. Let's do it. Bring Garrus and Jacob, or not Jacob, James. James. There we go. Right. Yeah, Blood Dragon. I can't say no to the Blood Dragon. No, let's go with the Saber. Love this gun. In Piranha. Yep. Let's see. Save it for overload. Knockdown. Marber. There we go. All right, let's go take out this bomb, this Cerberus bomb.
Normandy shuttle. This is Lieutenant Victus with the 9th Platoon. Do you copy?
We hear you, 9th Platoon.
We're approaching the bomb site, Commander. Getting bounced around pretty bad.
This is as close as we get, Lieutenant. Look for somewhere to set your platoon down.
Copy that.
Talk to me about this Cerberus bomb.
It's not Cerberus, Commander. It's Turian.
What do you mean, Turian?
It was planted centuries ago, after the KROGAN rebellions. The bomb was a safeguard against another galactic war.
Brutal, but it makes a certain kind of sense. Put the KROGAN down hard if they tried anything.
Bad idea.
You won't earn trust with tactics like that. But right now we focus on disarming that bomb.
Yes, but Cerberus found it. Detonation means all-out war between my people and the Krogan.
Right. Where is it?
Those buildings ahead. Cerberus brought equipment to dig it up. The 9th platoon will cover your flank, Commander.
With all this activity, the Krogan have to know something's up.
Then we can't fail, Commander.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
I mean, the Krogan were a huge threat at the time, and so basically the Turians' thinking was, well, we have to put down this threat, or it could eventually just keep getting worse and worse and worse.
Get behind something!
Keep your heads down!
So, Jesus. Speaking of having just finished rewatching Star Wars Rebels, this is a currently interesting experience because I just remembered that the voice actor for James is the voice actor for Kanan Jarrus, the Jedi from Rebels. Except he's like half as wide. Oh, come on, really?
Get to the buildings!
Alright. That's it, right? Okay.
Once we reach the bomb, I'll need to reprogram the trigger mechanism.
Ooh, fire explosion. That was nice. go. I think that's it. For now. So, given that shared voice actor, now I'm every once in a while getting distracted by remembering that a buddy of mine that I play D&D with, and so does Max, if she's still in the chat. Buddy of ours, and Erica also. Buddy of ours refers to James as Swole Kanan.
Good work, Lieutenant.
There. Oh, come on.
Copy that.
They've leveled from picking up a health kit. God. Why does it always seem like I level from dumb things like that? Like opening a door or picking up a container or something? Let's blow that up, shall we?
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, darn. I could not kill them.
Plugging out.
Oh, there we go. Thanks, Garrus. Switch.
You bet. Let's get to high ground.
Agreed. Let's go.
All right.
Damn. That thing's
That's
gonna do
it.
some damage. How the hell they hide that?
It must have been far enough underground to stay hidden. Cerberus had to dig it out.
I hope Victus knows what he's doing. We won't get a second chance.
Kelly says, yo, I'm going to have to log off early. I'm sort of exhausted because I've been gift buying all day. Good night, everybody. Love the live stream. We'll see y'all at the next one. So the next one should be Monday. Definitely keep us updated about the babies. That is delightful news, as always. Next one should be Monday. Then afterwards, I think we are going to do New Year's Eve as long as enough people are wanting to, hang out for the New Year. I'll be here if you guys want to be, and I'll be doing some Dragon Age Origins on Thursday. Before then, we'll be doing some more Mass Effect 3 on Monday. Okay. Well,
Looks like control schematics for automated turrets. No good now, but they might be useful later.
Cerberus has the jump on us.
We'll catch him, Lieutenant.
alright. There's our squad.
Cerberus set up a firewall around the trigger mechanism to slow us down. I need to create a bypass. That'll take time. But like you said, no trigger, no explosion.
Are you sure you can disarm the trigger?
Yes, it's old tech. I know what to do.
It's hundreds of years old. It's hundreds of years old. It's probably rather simple, but that doesn't mean he knows necessarily how to do it. I don't know how to necessarily operate technology from 500 years ago. Although, yeah, I don't know. I assume he was trained for this very specifically. So, yeah, probably.
We'll make sure you have the time you need, Lieutenant.
Understood. Starting bypass. And thank you for making sure I get this chance.
Just make it right, soldier.
Ooh.
Damn it! Commander!
Focus on the bomb. We'll handle Cerberus.
Also, worth noting that
Nobody gets past us. Clear?
Understood.
that the Turian's action here, the planting a bomb, is, I think, quite literally would qualify as terrorism. It is threatening extreme violence against a civilian population for the purpose of instilling fear to keep an enemy force in line, that kind of thing. That's terrorism. I mean, war or not, no matter how dangerous the Krogan were then or later, that's pretty straightforwardly terrorism. You know, that's kind of a no-no. Especially the targeting of innocent civilians, right? Because again, this is a bomb that is going to go off in a city. Even if that city is not very highly populated currently, or at the time, or whatever, it's still a city. And that means that this was invariably going to be targeting civilians. Eh, crap. Oh, there we go. Really? Oh, crap.
Take that thing down, now!
Crap. Damn it, Garrus. There we go. That was a nice heavy weapon use.
Commander, firewall's down. I'm in.
All right.
Spirits. Cerberus hacked the trigger mechanism. It set the...
Disarm it.
No time. I have to separate the trigger from the bomb. Now. Cover me.
Alright, it's being a hero time. Another noble sacrifice.
Commander, I've got radio chatter coming in from KROGAN forces planetside. Primarch's troops. Hate to be the guy who told the Krogan about that surprise package. Did you get out all right? Sounds like it got ugly down there.
The Turians took a lot of casualties, Joker. The Primarch's son included.
Understood, Commander. Joker out.
He never hesitated. Whatever he was before, he'll be remembered for this.
What will the Turians think about this, Garrus?
Hard to say. Sacrifice and more is expected. He did us proud, but we're a hard bunch to please. Living your life for the cause. Society first, platoon first. It's all just expected.
He did what he had to do when it counted.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Good work on Tuchanka, Commander. Stopping that bomb prevented the war between the Turians and the Krogan. We can't afford that kind of division right now.
Joker said the Krogan are recovering the bomb?
They moved in, won't allow Turians to send in recovery crews to help.
Understandable.
The situation is fragile at the moment. With Rex and the Primarch aboard the Normandy, you've got a situation brewing. We don't have a solid alliance between those two yet. Keep the peace, Commander. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Heck it out.
We couldn't risk another galactic war with the Krogan.
The genophage wasn't enough? You had to plant a bomb on my planet?
The decision was made hundreds of years ago. So much has changed.
Not enough to tell us about the bomb, coward.
Hey! We can't let the past rip us apart. Working together, we have a chance. Primarch, you had a bomb on Tuchanka. And Rex, in the Turian's place, you would have done the same damn thing.
Shepard!
It's over. His own son died today making this right.
Please, Commander. It's all right.
Yes, fine. Shepard, you made your point. We have stronger enemies to face.
We do.
I understand your reservations before, Commander, but I hope you now understand the secrecy.
Secrets get people killed. You've learned that the hard way.
Yes. The hardest lesson I'm ever to learn, Commander.
Yeah. Man, it's another case where it really, you can see it starting to get to her, to Shepard.
My son, he died with the respect of his men. I wanted to thank you for that. His sacrifice will be recorded in the histories of the 9th Platoon. Something any father would be proud of.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's, like I was saying, I think you can really see it starting to get to Shepard. With so many people basically sacrificing themselves around her. Even if they're not sacrificing themselves for her, they're sacrificing themselves for her cause. I mean, it's, yeah, okay, it's for the cause of the whole galaxy. I know, I get it. That's true, but it's, a lot of people are making the ultimate sacrifice. I almost want to say, well, one way that she kind of can see it is so that she doesn't have to.
Well, the UT-47A stealth systems only internalize heat and high-band emissions. So while few sensors can pick us up, our cover is blown as soon as someone looks up.
Time for an upgrade.
Most scanners and tracking systems don't operate at mid-range frequencies. Sure, maybe we've been shot at, but we haven't been shot down.
Yet. Lucky for us, you're almost as good a pilot as you think you are.
Well, yeah. There's that, too.
Hey, we got our hammerhead back. That's nice. Oh, what's this? Ooh, Model SR1. We got our hammerhead. We found it. Yay. We found one. It's a Cerberus one. It's good. I hate that thing, but it's good to have around. Okay. Let's see what James is up to. Anything new?
That Primarch's got some real cojones. What we need are more politicians like him, taking names and kicking ass.
Can't say I disagree. Hey, that's why I put Anderson in charge. Despite him hating it, understandably. Alright, let's upgrade our... Where's that machine gun? Yeah, Tempest? Yeah. Locust, not Tempest. Tempest is the mediocre one. Oh, it's okay, but it's not. Widow, no. Alright, one more for now. We'll stop there for now. Okay. We need to go back to the Citadel, I think, to drop some things off. If I remember right. So let's go and do some of that. That's Trainer.
I heard what Victor's did. He was a brave man.
I don't think I could... there I go again. I was going to say that I could never do that.
But?
I was wrong. Being here, watching you, you've shown me what it means to serve in the Alliance.
You're a good officer, Trainer. Glad you finally realize it.
Thanks. Not that I'm volunteering for bomb jump duty. I'd suggest sending someone who has armor first, if possible.
Alright. Let's keep moving on. Before we cure the genophage, I think we have things to do. More of these as well. Tessale. Oh, this is Ilium.
I found something.
Oh, on Ilium. Look at that. Okay, liquid assets. All right. Okay, where are we headed? Zillion, Prothean site. Okay.
Signal confirmed.
Ilium is a post-garden world. Once enjoyed an Earth-like oxygen nitrogen atmosphere. Okay. Extremely cold climate. Thought to be the homeworld of the Arthan, spacefaring species which disappeared approximately 300,000 years ago, so like 6 cycles ago. Precisely what happened to Helium is still under debate. It appears a global extinction event occurred, wiping out all native animal life forms more complex than zooplankton. I bet I know who was involved. Plant forms were not affected, but the lack of oxygen-breathing life caused oxygenation of the atmosphere. Plant life was reduced after lightning storms ignited global wildfires. Leading theory for Helium's devastation is an out-of-control biological weapon. For this reason, landing is strictly prohibited. The corporations of Ilium have placed a network of quarantine satellites. This way would be looters from landing, but these have been deactivated. Gangs of looters fight across Helium's crumbling cities over Arthan relics, with the intention of selling these in the black market to private collectors, including the classified Alliance project. You know, the Crucible. Wow. Cool. Very cool. I bet the Protheans were doing something similar. Avatar Fury. We should also, while we're at it, check that out as well. The Prothean implants. See if that's worth doing yet with these avatars. Ping.
I found something.
The alt. Got some credits. That's it there. Let's keep going down Deste. Oh, never mind. We don't need to. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Anything else out here? Citadel. Drop some things off, then probably call it a night. We're running up on time. Dock. Okay.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
It looks like next week we're going to start by curing the genophage.
I don't want you to worry. Chances are, I'll never even need to put on armor.
I know, and I'm sorry. That's what you get for marrying a civilian.
Are you and the girls going to be okay? That pay isn't as much as I...
Well, hi, Click-Clack.
We'll be fine. The last thing I want you to worry about is paying the bills.
Just don't go too crazy with new dance classes, okay?
I was in a drop those. Can't get the girls there on time, and I was probably gonna go pick up an extra shift at work.
Oh. Well, we'll make it up to the girls when I get back. Dance classes, biotic gymnastics, whatever they want.
Really? We're doing this again? Okay. Keepers are creepy, man. I'll tell you what. Alright. I mean, they were bioengineered by the Reapers, so understandable that they're kind of creepy. Alright, let's see. Let's just do a run through of everywhere. Make sure we have everything dropped off we need to drop off before we cure the genophage, because I think a major plot mission on the Citadel is next. If I'm remembering the order of things correctly. It's actually been a little bit since I played Mass Effect 3. It's been a year or so. A year or two, maybe even. Been a little while. Not that long, but... that's kind of awful. I don't like it. No. Caste restrictions. Jesus. That's a very Batarian thing to implement there. Observe all caste restrictions when making a purchase. Jesus. Alright. Garrus, how you doing? No? Nothing? Okay. Okay. Let's go. Citadel is really, really cool, I have to say.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. 1 moment.
It was majestic and new and really cool and just kind of running around freely everywhere in 1. It was way too restricted in 2, but I really liked. I think they struck a good balance in 3, where it still looks really impressive. But the smallish areas are pretty manageable.
I think I recovered the obelisk you mentioned from the Shrike Abyssal. It's waiting in Bay D-24.
Nice.
Really? Thank you, Earth Clan. Were your people involved in a secret construction project of some sort? I am certain this obelisk would help.
Hypothetically, of course.
Humanity has suffered a heavy blow as Arcturus,
All right.
capital of the Systems Alliance, has fallen to Reaper forces.
Good morning.
Alright, let's see what else. Anything Spectre-y? I don't think so, but let's double check just to be sure. See, I thought that was a little terminal for something. I forget. Maybe it's a quest. Partner benefits increase. Reservists called to active duty are not drawing full pay because of the scale of the galactic threat and the massive funding required to match salaries and partner benefits. There's so many on short notice. Using Spectre authority to mandate salary matching for all personnel with partners or dependents on the Citadel would require cuts to tax incentives and post-war economic stimulus goals. Yeah, sure. That's kind of... I mean, we don't even know what's going to happen, if anything is going to happen after this war. So let's just deal with what we got to deal with now. It's probably as not great short-term thinking like that can be, you know, in a case like this, let's focus on the short term, you know? Let's really focus on the short term. Ah, man, how did I miss something? I missed a schematics for power grids. Huh. Alright, well. Alright, next area. I don't remember. I don't think there's anything in the hospital we have to drop off, but maybe, so we might as well. Might as well check. Wouldn't hurt to check. Actually, you know what? Does it show us where to? It just shows us Thane. Allison. Officer. Okay, so yeah, it does show us things we need to do. So yeah, Allison and yeah, so we need to go to Purgatory next. We don't actually need to go to the hospital this time, so I think we're good there.
Now arriving at ward level Purgatory.
This is Allison, I suppose. Yeah.
Don't mean to interrupt, but I found these schematics. They're pretty old, but maybe they could help you.
Oh, those really are old, but solid. We could totally convert our current systems to this. Thanks.
All right, cool. Hopeful. A little bit hopeful.
Everyone have a drink? Yeah.
Why are the guys weirded out?
All right.
Commander Shepard, maybe I can help. The banner of the 1st Regiment is waiting for you at Bay D-24.
Banner of Commander Shepard. I owe you a drink, thank you. We'll hold that banner proudly as we take our homeworld back from the
All right. Where we've got the chick trying to be one of the boys in the squad, you know. Okay.
Welcome, Commander Shepard.
Commons. Onward we go.
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
I recovered the Book of Plenix. It's waiting for you in Bay D-24.
Earth Clan, this is a priceless gift. Thank you. You may help my people remember themselves.
Welcome to Kanala Exports. We appreciate
Oh, actually, I do kind of want that, but I guess I can wait. Not that, really. Alright, let's keep going. Let's look around the shops one more time, just because we're kind of swimming in credits. Then I think we'll call it. We'll wrap it up for tonight. Maybe when we get back to the Normandy, we'll head back and then call it, so we can just go straight to Tuchanka, cure the genophage next time. It's actually a pretty good idea. No, Inferno armor is nice. That is really good. It's 50,000. Cerberus, nah. It's pretty good, but let's see. Anything good with ED?
I have noticed many displays of public affection on the Citadel. The rate seems disproportionately high. Everybody could die tomorrow, Edie. I wonder if this is how the KROGAN feel.
Oh, nothing new from Jeff. Araba's back. See her back. Yeah. Collector armor. Cool.
Shoot smart. Shoot.
Yeah. There we go. Pistol cranial trauma system. I don't know how that's supposed to actually... Whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Blade? Nah. Smink scope, heatsink, capacitor helmet.
Deals you never see coming.
Nah.
Thank you for shopping at Agor Munitions.
Where was Liara? Oh, at the cafe over there. Okay, well, let's talk to Liara before we wrap up, then, since she's here. Okay.
Still working?
One call leads to another, and here I was hoping I'd have time to enjoy the view. The last time I saw the Presidium, remember how it was all rubble after Sovereign attacked?
I barely got to see the Presidium before half of it got crushed.
And by the time they repaired it, it was time for the next invasion. Citadel hasn't seen the reality of this war yet. We should stock up on necessities while we can.
Such as?
EZO, heavy arms, mercenary groups.
We'll get the people. Take a moment for yourself now and then.
I know. But there's always just one more task or meeting. Speaking of which, talk to the Volus, Barlavan. He'll point you to some mercenaries willing to join us.
Oh, well, okay. I'll go do that. Of course, she definitely did not listen when I said, hey, take a minute, take a breath, take a breather, take a rest, take some time for yourself. But, you know, since when does Liara listen? Especially when being told to calm down. Glad we did this now. I think you might not be able to do this after too long.
Commander Shepard. It's been some time. Barlavan, in case you've forgotten. Financial advisor.
Yeah, that.
And an acquaintance of Admiral Anderson. I admire the courage it took for him to stay and fight on your home world.
You used to be an agent for the Shadow Broker.
I still am. The broker has been exceedingly busy lately. A team of his guards have become stranded in a Reaper-controlled territory. Rescue the guards, and they're yours. The Shadow Broker fully supports your efforts against the Reapers.
I appreciate the information.
Just don't wait too long to act on it. The Reapers are advancing all too quickly. Come see me once you've completed the extraction. I'll be in my office a while longer. The galactic market is in considerable flux.
Alright, so we do have to do that soon. Soon, very soon. But for now, let's go back to Normandy. Let's actually see where it is. I don't think we have time to do that. Unless it's just a quick scan of planet. I think this one actually might be a land and do it kind of mission. Well, we got 10 minutes. Might have time. Let's run and see real quick. Well, let's feed the fish first, obviously. Obviously. Number one priority in the galaxy. And number two, after the space hamster. And, you know, Caden's not back on the ship yet, so he can't be up in there in the top 3. So it's definitely go space hamster, fish, Reaper invasion. It's down here somewhere. Now where did he say? Doodly doo. Barlavan. That? I don't need to do that yet. Dranik in the Krogan DMZ. Alright, cool then. Let's go do that. Boom. Which system is that up there? Alright, well, let's just leave this way. I think it's just a ping.
Signal confirmed.
Oh, that's a lot of Reapers. Okay, got some fuel. That's good. Alright, I think it's just a scanner ping, not a landing thing, right? Yeah. There we go. Cool. Shadowbroker Wet Squad. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, there's some in Nith. Alright, well, let's get something. Whatever it is over here, let's get it. Before we head back. Let's go really quickly drop that off with Barlavon.
I found something.
Oh, hey, hello. Hello there. Oh, it's fuel. Okay. Well, that's good then. At least. It's alright. Watch, we're going to use that 300 right now. Oh no, we just used 200 and a little bit. Net gain. Slight net gain. Very slight net gain. Alright, let's go back to, excuse me, like I said, let's go back to Barlavon really quick. KROGAN DMZ and the Citadel are right next to each other, so... I mean, in galactic terms. But...
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
Commons.
I need a cab to the Presidium. It'll be there momentarily.
Okay. Right. Oh, wait. Barlavon's this way. Okay.
I rescued those soldiers from Reaper territory.
Excellent work. The Shadow Broker has authorized me to offer you a finder's fee for his guard's safety. And now that our business is concluded, I have to tend to some other engagements. Goodbye, Commander. And may I say, good luck.
The Shadow Broker has authorized a finder's fee seems kind of sketchy to me, especially given that the Shadow Broker is like down the hall and lives downstairs on the same ship as I do. But, you know, whatever, it's fine. Anyway, that does seem a little bit sketchy, like taking money from your left pocket to put in your right pocket. But whatever. Anyway, let's
There's a new message at your private
there is.
terminal.
Yeah, let's go check it out, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. It's about midnight, so. And we'll start, like I said, we'll start next time, curing the genophage. Be a hell of a time. All right, email. Oh, Lyra, cool. Shepard, I've already dispatched most of the specialists we've recovered to new assignments. I do need the Solarian Tazik and his small team to handle a task for me on the Citadel. Please make sure they remain confined to the cargo deck. I do not want them anywhere near me or Glyph. Lyra. Oh, that's a good point. Hadn't even thought of that. All right. Well, that's all we've got time for tonight. So, thank you all for coming by, and thank you all for joining me. Have a Merry Christmas in the next few days, and I will see everybody again next week. We're back to Monday for Mass Effect 3, and then New Year's Eve on Thursday. I'm going to almost certainly be here playing some Dragon Age Origins, wrapping up with Battle of Ostagar, which is a great end to a year like this one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will by then. If you do know what I'm talking about, you'll get it. Anyway, have a great night, have a great Christmas, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.